Hello guys, it's Cardboard Rhino and welcome to this Rhino preview. Today I want to talk to you about a fun, serious game called Loop that is on Kickstarter at the moment. What is the Loop? Loop is an acronym meaning the life of ordinary people, and what's that like? It's a never-ending, meaningless loop of consuming, so to compensate for work stress, and working, so to buy and consume some more. Does it sound familiar? Are you capable of breaking the loop? Maybe after you play this game, you'll be a tiny bit closer to breaking the loop. You'll see why. So basically, in this game, you're trying to balance a life of working, buying, and consuming to gain happiness. There is different modes you can play. There's the solo mode, there's the competitive mode, and the cooperative mode. I have done the setup for the competitive one, so that's the one we'll see today. On the board, we see mainly the three actions of the game. In the buy section, there's different types of materials. There's the work that depends on the career of each player, and the consume area with different activities that can be acquired using the materials you bought. At the beginning of the game, each player receives their personal goals, which are kept secret, and when achieved, they give that amount of happiness. To achieve a goal, you need to have the symbols depicted in the activities you are consuming currently. So for example, I can now achieve the sense of belonging as I have these symbols present and I move on the happiness track to slots. It's mostly for your goals and activities that you get happiness, and the game ends when one player reaches the maximum happiness or when the material deck is depleted. On your turn, you can do one of the three main actions. One of them is work. Depending on your career, when you choose to work, you get a certain amount of money and you usually lose some happiness because, you know, work is a stressful thing. For example, the engineer gets 6 money every time they work and -2 happiness and has a unique ability of repairing their materials. The freelancer is flexible, so they can work a little or a lot depending on how much money they need to make and how much happiness they're willing to lose, plus they have the special ability of freedom. The artist, on the other hand, loses only 1 happiness when working, but they will never receive a lot of money for their work. However, their special ability allows them to get paid in kind, in a way, and get materials for free. When you choose the action of buying, you pay to get up to 3 of the available materials. Each item has pips at the edges, which tells you how many times it can be used until it breaks. So if I get this material for 3 uses, I pay 3, place it like this, and each time I use it, I rotate it to 1 pip less. You can also consume and get up to 3 activities to place on your board. You use the required materials indicated by color and you get the card, as well as the happiness it gives you consuming it. Players also have 5 cards in hand of favors they can ask the other players. You can get others to resell their stuff, recycle them or share them, and so on. The other player can deny the favor if they discard a card of the same type. Most of the favors give to the other players who accepted reputation that they can use to gain extra money when working or to use in order to deny another favor from a player. Money is a little bit tight in this game, but don't worry, you can just get a credit card and all your problems will disappear. Well, at least until when you have to pay it off. Each credit card you get gives you 4 money and 1 cheap material as a gift. At the end of the game, you need to pay off a debt of 5 money for each credit card, or you'll get -2 happiness. On top of that, each round you must place 1 or 2 coins on your credit card to start paying it off. If you don't have the money to do that, then guess what? You can get another credit card and all your problems will disappear. Well, at least until when you have to pay it off. Whenever a player passes these points after every 4 happiness, an event is triggered. The events can be continuous or immediate and they affect all the players. The continuous events last up until another continuous event covers them, so a lot, and they can steer the game in different directions. So there is stuff like landfill tax, which forces you to pay $1 for each material you've thrown away, and if you can't, you buy a new credit card. or the hype beast that forces you to own all material types as another chosen player, otherwise you lose happiness. In my opinion, there are some very unique ideas in this game and they're well executed. The topic is definitely deep, it concerns us all. I really enjoyed the gameplay, and additionally to that, there is many interesting facts that can help you navigate this crazy consumerist world that we live in. All the events are based on facts and theories that can help you explain stuff like motivation, certain paradoxes in our behavior, ego depletion, the framing effect, and other interesting behavioral economics facts and theories. So in my opinion, one of the best features of a game is the replayability, as with different careers of the players and different events, each game can be completely different than the previous. I also really like the art style of the game. The designs are all of continuous lines to serve the concept of the loop, and I love such attention to details. So that was Loop in a nutshell. If you'd like to know more about this game, I'll have the Kickstarter campaign link in the description below so you can check it out. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.